Governor Jeb Bush has just arrived at Andrews Air Force Base, home from Indonesia, as you can see. He, along with heads of state from around the world, met there today for an emergency summit on aid to the 11 countries devastated by last week's tsunami. UN Secretary Kofi Annan told delegates that the death toll will likely rise above 150,000, making it the biggest humanitarian disaster the UN has ever faced. By trade, he is a teacher and a chaplain at a school in Palmer Bay. Those schools came in handy during a trip in Thailand last week for Father Adrian Parry. The priest had to turn faith and compassion to help heal victims of the devastating tsunami. Tina Conti brings us the story.
And what they also said is, you notice...
Father Adrian Parry's class at Palmer Trinity School is lined with photos from around the globe. But his current journey to Thailand has gone from vacation to humanitarian effort in the wake of the devastating tsunami.
I was quite worried about him because he was in the area.
Though Parry had been staying on the island of Phuket, which was struck by the tsunami, he happened to be on Thailand's east coast the day of the disaster, escaping harm.
And the devastation in many ways where the effect of the tsunami's hit, it looks rather similar to that.
Students listen to Parry by speakerphone at Palmer Trinity in Palmetto Bay, where Parry is school chaplain, economics teacher, and history chairman. But he's staying in Thailand to help, coordinating relief efforts and comforting survivors.
You know, their houses have been blown away, and they're just sitting in this rather moribund-looking tent, you know, eating water and food that's just kind of passed out to them, and kind of in between sleeping and looking just dazed and wondering what they're going to do.
A spiritual guide to his students, he's also counseling many relatives of the tens of thousands who died.
And there is no expert words you can say, but sometimes just holding a hand, a voice, a comfort, people being there makes a big difference.
I think it's great. I think it's very typical of something that he would probably do, go somewhere to help them.
And Father Parry is now inspiring many of his students. Through the help of a UN professor from Sri Lanka, they now plan to identify and adopt a school devastated by the tsunami.
And actually send money to the school and send relief funds and maybe some school books and extra school supplies. It's a horrible experience, and as much as we can do to help, it'd be amazing.
And Father Parry's even sending classwork via internet, touching opposite ends of the world at once.
My sense is that if you're in a place like this, you can choose to get on with your life and ignore it, or you can choose to try to do whatever you can do to make a difference and help, however small that may be.
In Palmetto Bay, Tina Conti, NBC 6.
NBC 6 is
an inspiration from a world away. And NBC 6 would like to thank our viewers for their part in helping the tsunami victims. NBC 6 teamed up with other NBC stations around the country with a celebrity phone bank to take donations. We are proud to report that that drive raised nearly $10 million. And you can still donate. NBC and our parent company, General Electric, are teaming up with the Red Cross to help the disaster victims. To make a donation, you can send a check to the Red Cross International Response Fund, or you can call the Red Cross at 1-800-HELP NOW. And we'd like to give a special thanks also to our radio partners, 101.5 Light FM and Magic 102.7. They were simulcasting last night's telethon to help raise money. We'd also like to thank our viewers who showed once again the spirit of South Florida. The South Florida chaplain is back home tonight after spending time in tsunami-ravaged countries.
We first told you about Reverend Adrian Parry 2 weeks ago. The chaplain at Palmer Trinity School in Palmetto Bay was vacationing in Thailand when the tsunami hit. While he and his friends were spared, they saw it as an opportunity to help those in need.
Parry says his mission quickly became one of helping victims regain a normal life.
Focus upon rehabilitation of livelihoods rather than so that there be sustained development.
It's incredible that we have this sort of personal connection now with the tsunami. I mean, I know there are a lot of people who felt touched by what happened and wanted to reach out, and the fact that Father Parry was actually there and able to contribute in the way that he did is amazing.
Well, Reverend Parry did everything from scanning photographs of the missing to trauma counseling for the survivors, a mission he says upholds the daily philosophies taught at the school.